I'm Andi Phillips with Premier Insurance. How I got into the business was kind of a funny story. I was playing soccer at Oklahoma State. I went to a career fair and I met a manager, Country Insurance, and he ran cross country at OU. So we hit it off like that and just started talking, athlete to athlete, and he hired me on the spot. And I hadn't even graduated college yet. So went home and told my dad what I was doing. And he said, "Are you crazy?" And I said, "I don't know, but here we go." So that was about 23 years ago. My dad laughed at the insurance thing because I had wanted to go into physical therapy, so this was a whole other end of the spectrum, but it turns out that I was better at marketing and sales classes than I was math and science. He just knew that being an insurance agent was going to be a difficult road, and especially for a female, especially 25 years ago, it just wasn't something that you saw that much. He was a little skeptical, but real quick, he saw how my career path was kind of laying out. My favorite part about being in insurance is just giving people good news and helping people and being in a position to really make sure that people are taken care of, making sure people aren't underinsured, but also making sure that they're not paying for things that they don't have to. I've got a couple stories. So the first one is actually about life insurance, and I sat down with the family. It was mom and dad and two young boys, and wrote life insurance policies for them. And a couple years later, I found out that the mother had cancer and didn't have long to live. I just really got close to them during that time. She ended up passing away, and that was actually my first death check that I delivered to someone that I had written the policy myself. The dad actually came back a couple months later and he handed me a check and was crying, and he said, "You have just been so sweet throughout this process and just been so loving to my family. Just wanted to give you $500. This came out of my wife's check for her life insurance." And he goes, "Whatever you want to help somebody else or whatever you see fit to do with it." And that really touched my heart and just was like, this is it. This is why I do what I do.